Hey, Craig here. So in this video I'm going to be installing track light above the Tormach. So I'm going to be building an enclosure soon, so I need to put some lights in here so I can see inside the Tormach. So for this project I'm going to be using a 4-foot length of white track light, one live end, 2 heads. I decided to go with part 20 with LED bulbs. And one Romex connector for the end, for the live end. So I actually had to make a hole in the back of mine with a slug buster set, an electrician's tool, because there's no knockout on the back. So if you're doing this, you might want to get the one with the canopy on it. I kind of always preferred this one. It just looked cleaner if I'm just running the cable through the ceiling instead of a box. So, but of course, if you're surface mounting, you can just come in the end there. So I've already installed my connector on the back here. So next thing to do is to remove one of the end caps. Simply slide the track on and tighten that down. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure from the center of the connector to the first hole, which is 8 3/4, and then from the center of the connector to the next hole down. Now I'm going to go ahead and take those dimensions and mark them on the ceiling from the center of the hole where the conduit is, the cable is coming through. And measure out from the wall. Then using a drywall saw, make a hole just big enough for the included toggle bolt. Then I'm just going to feed the cable into the connector. Make sure I have enough wire to reach the screws. Tighten the screws down, not too tight, don't want to damage the cable. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the toggle bolts. I like to use toggle bolts because it gives you a lot more play in lining it up. Now I'm going to install and enlarge this hole here carefully for this connector to go through. I'm actually going to take a pair of linesman's pliers and cut off some of this screw. Okay, so I've opened this hole big enough for the connector to fit in. I'm going to go ahead and push it up, install the toggle bolts, push it up and pull down. Alright, push it up and pull down. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my drill. go ahead and measure off the wall, make sure it's straight. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and make the connections and get ready to put the track heads in. Alright, now it's time to go ahead and put the heads in. So I'll start out as far out as possible. Go ahead and throw some bulbs in them. Now before I turn it on, I think I'm going to clean up the Tormach. Well, the track lights seem to provide a pretty good amount of light there. If not, I can always add a couple more heads there, but I think it'll work. Looks pretty good. Well, if you like this video, I'd appreciate the thumbs up. Feel free to leave any comments or suggestions down below. If you'd like to subscribe, there should be a button over here, as well as other videos you might like to watch down below. And as always, thanks for watching.